Welcome back to this pick a card type daily reading. I'm going to pick a couple of cards here and give you a reading, something that is for your highest good right here, right now. If you're listening to this video, you were meant to be here. This is for you. Nobody gets here by mistake. Everyone who watches this is going to watch it at a little bit of a different time, and they are all in a little bit of a different space in their personal life. But the things that come out of the reading are going to be important to anyone who watches it. Why? Because you are a set of lenses, or a single lens really, that is focused on the video in a particular way. And so the information as it comes across, the things that are important to you are going to stick or be recognizable. The things that aren't, you're not even going to notice them. This is the same as like when we're driving our car. We're driving our car and we are just sort of like daydreaming a little bit while we're driving, and we're just unconsciously noticing where to go left, where to go right, so we don't hit the other cars or trees. We don't always have to be thinking about or aware of all of it. There is a natural thing happening underneath the surface, and that same thing is happening right now. The spiritual story will unfold for you. There will be coincidences, there will be instances of information in this reading that will hit you in a way that is worthwhile and miraculous and interesting. Now, the best way to prepare for this reading is really pause, take that deep breath, hold it in a little extra long. That's going to flood your blood with oxygen. Mindful, conscious, deep breaths. This is the way to calm our thought process down. It unhooks us from what we already know and brings us into the present moment where we can be open-minded, where we can see the world and the cards and the information in a whole new way. We're going into a little bit of a, feels like a little mild state of sedation. Not really. It's a heightened state of awareness because we don't have a bunch of mental chatter. Pause and breathe. Get ready to receive. This reading was meant for you. Where are we going to start? Bittersweet. That sucks. I don't like that life doesn't just give me the cake. I want only good. All right, I accept it. I realize that's silly. I can't always have good. Fine. I'm being honest. I'm being honest with what I'm thinking, right? With other people. I don't have to be afraid of sharing my emotions and my thoughts. I feel mad that the world doesn't just give me sweetness. That's okay. It's important to have this blue throat chakra, that's why the card's blue throat chakra open, so that we can feel free to be able to share our truths, our honest words and emotions with the people around us. Okay? That's what she's doing. Look at her with her dress of tears. She is bringing her cake, her sweet and bitter by the tears, sweet by the cake. She's bringing all of this honestly to the world, to herself by bringing it to people in the world. Now look, life is bittersweet. Yeah, because we want black and white. We want left and right. We want up and down. We want the duality. We want the bitter and the sweet. We want the variety that rises up from this bittersweet duality. So we're not going to cut off half of creation. If we did that, it wouldn't have any meaning. You know that bitter and sweetness give each other the flavor of what they are, because we need something to compare it to in order to understand it. And that's what this world really is. It is the baking of bittersweet cakes and the acceptance of that. But see, we don't have to stay stuck in that. When we are honest about how we're feeling and thinking, and we get it out, and then we get into that blank space again, then we're able to just look a second time consciously, and we're able to pluck out from the world those things that we decide are sweet for us. Yeah, I just ate some imaginary sweetness, that cake. So it's very important to know that, okay, world, you suck giving me bitter and sweetness, but all right, world, that's kind of cool that you're really giving me a huge unlimited variety. All right, so I don't have to look at it as bitter versus sweet anymore. I can look at it as just different things that are individual and unique. So now I don't have to really feel like certain people are bitter and other people are sweet. No, they're all just different. Wow, they're all a different variety. Now if I look again, I can pluck out of their activities that they're sharing with me. I can pluck out of the words they're sharing. I can pluck out of my relationship, the people in my relationships. I can pluck out all the little gems that they are expressing, all the little cakes. And I can do that easily when I am accepting that the world is a bittersweet place. Let's look at the second card. Remember, you don't have to stay stuck in bittersweetness. Acknowledge it, feel it, talk about it for a moment, but don't stop there. Then move on to, all right, now let me just pick. Let me be the one whose birthday it really is, right? It's your birthday every day, your rebirth day, so you can choose what you keep. What you keep. And what you hold on to is what's going to magnify and expand in your personal life. And you're going to lose this confusion. You're going to lose confusion. Why? Because you're going to know that the world can't get you where you are. You're way high up. Look, the person's way high up in the card. Why? Because we are so high up in our own personal life as that authority, that conscious God spark, that you know it as your awareness or your consciousness. That spiritual body is so high up above the world of duality, above the bittersweetness, that it can't go there. Jesus said it. He's like, I'm going to ascend. I'm going somewhere where you can't go. He's talking to the other people because they are not him. Just like I'm not you, no one around you is you. You're the only conscious authority in your personal world. Now, it's true that I'm the only conscious authority in my personal world, but that's because it's mine. We all have our own personal worlds, that we are each the individual conscious authority. You can see that in the card, this cloudy cloud, that little ghosty ghost, that's your higher self. That's our higher self. And we communicate with our higher self to find this comfort and to find this companionship and to find this ability, this power to name or choose, from the bittersweet canvas of life, right? Now, what you really want to see here too is that the confusion word really isn't what it seems. Remember, we can pick and choose what things mean, and we are responsible to do that. Now, we're not going to do that unless we are whole and free and know that we are that spiritually awake, conscious authority in our own life, that nobody else is making these decisions for us. You're the one. And you can be born again, happy birthday, right? In spirit. You want to be born in spirit. You want to adopt that identity, shift your identity to being a spirit. Now, I have videos that talk about identity shifting. I'll put some of them here. It's important to shift your identity from your limited self to your unlimited spirit, or your self, your physical, mental, and emotional self, up to your consciousness, awareness, spirit, so that you can have all of the inheritance of the one authority in your life, so that you can pick from the bittersweet things that happen, you can hold on to what you want, you can confer with your higher self, and that way you can stay risen above the world that seems to want to like bite at you, or seems to want your attention, or wants you to choose this, that, or the other. You're the only one that gets to choose. So what we want to do is choose to see the word, what I was going with this was choose to see the word confusion in a new way. The word confusion doesn't have to mean not knowing what to do. We're going to change that, and we're going to decide that confusion means, it means a co like two, co, 1, 2, your higher self and you, co like a company, co like co, fusion, a co-fusion, co-fusion. It's a fusion of two, of you and your higher self are now one authority in the world. So you're in control of the bittersweet things. They're presented to you, you get to pluck them, just like you were picking out gifts for your own birthday. Let's look at the third card and see. Remember, the information here, there's information here for you. If you're listening to this, some of these things are hitting you in a way that is miraculous, that is important in your present reality. Feels like a reflection of something you've been thinking about. Or maybe it's sort of a coincidence of what you were sort of like wondering about. Or maybe you're working on something and it's just a reflection of that. Either way, the no thingness card comes up. Look at this black. So this card is letting us know, now that you know that you are the light and that you can choose, that you're the one who lights the candles on that cake, right? You're going to light the candles on that cake by what you decide is real, or what you decide that you're going to hold for meaning. It's going to be confusion. You're going to take the world at face value all the time, or are you going to pause, get calm when it comes up, when the bittersweet comes up, when the dark comes up? You're going to acknowledge it when the dark comes up, when the no-thingness comes up. You're going to acknowledge it, pause and breathe, get calm, get back into your spiritual self, right? Rise above. And in that space, you're going to be go back in and light the candles that you choose. You can make the no-thingness mean something to you, mean something to you. That's why you see a little purple V down here. That purple is the crown chakra, and the V is really just a downward arrow. It's saying take the nothingness and bring it down into the world as somethingness, as some type of a celebration, birthday person, that you have decided as the only authority to bring into the world. So here's your blank canvas of space, of world to build in, to build with the light. And you can see the light now reflecting off of it. Bing, 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 boom, boom, boom. So goody, good, good. You are happy birthday every moment of the day. That's your reading. You were meant to be here. You're meant to be on my channel. We are spiritual friends. If you're watching this, there's 170 videos on my YouTube channel here. Dive in and swim in the presence, be present with the presents that are on this channel. See what hits you, go to what you're drawn to. Leave me some comments. I am here for you. Thank you.